Hello and welcome to the second makeup tutorial in this now glut of cosmetic tutorials that I am putting upon everybody. I wanted to do a lipstick tutorial because of a few things. It's quite a miserable weather-wise day today. It's snowing and it doesn't feel very spring-like. Everything's a bit crap. And so continuing the theme of things being a bit crap, so doing a makeup tutorial, here I am. Also, it is International Women's Day, and I just want to fly the flag for women who aren't especially good at stuff, and I'm going to call it Irritating Women's Day, because as much as I really like high achieving people on social media in the news and stuff, and them all going like that, and they did that quite a lot on Loose Women this morning, it's quite bad when you're feeling a low ebb and you don't want to do anything, or you just don't want to do anything. So for Irritating Women's Day, big up the lasses. I'm going to do a lipstick tutorial. I have counted my lipsticks and I know there are more, sadly. And this seems like, I mean, just the stupidest thing in the world. But I've counted 57 and I know there are some in bags. I do not have 57 pairs of lips, as you may have gathered, but I have 57. And I might do a cutaway shot to some of them here. They are in front of me. There's one that's golden. That's not much in that one. All the same color, basically, pink or red. Mainly the same color, mainly red. There's one that says smile on this one, which makes me not want to smile. There's one that's got lips on that shape there. This one's sort of pink, and they're also called a bullet. This is a lipstick bullet, which that's what I quite like about it. That's a bullet, man. Because you know, like, and there's some mini ones people charge you for, and you can take places because it's lighter. So there's all this sort of stuff. Yeah, I hadn't realized I had quite so many lipsticks until I counted them. The good thing is that I'm not that awful, is that some of these are probably about 20 years old. I am quite awful because they're 20 years old, but they're quite old because I never throw anything away. Anyway, the other point is that one of those miserable days, it's a nice golden mini one, is one of those things like before. We remember the striking workers, and I was really upset about that. I'm really upset about Stop the Boats. Really, really, really has got to me. And I wanted to do tutorial, as they don't call it, to also say I disagree with this invective and this rhetoric, and I found some facts. Obviously, the Suella Braverman shit and the Rishi Sunak stuff, but there's some facts about what the detention policy is based on, the Australian one, which is quite interesting. You probably know this already, but there were some things that I may want to highlight as I'm lining my lips. Look away now, viewers, etc. Now, I have spoken to my lovely friend Leela Boyd, who actually did give me actual lipstick tips of how you do it, because she is a makeup artist. So I'm going to do it like she says. So this is going to be both informative, quite annoyed, and probably for Irritating Women's Day, quite irritating. I'll try and keep it short. Right. So what we do know is that the government's policy may be illegal and against Human Rights Act, at least one. That's as academic as I can be. But what they're doing in the Stop the Boat thing and stopping small boats is against human rights. We know that, but I think it needs saying, and I'm a big believer in facts may not necessarily be new, but one should repeat them. So we'll just say that before we start. Right, so Leela, thank you, Leela, says, this is going to look really bizarre. What you do is you put foundation all over your lips so you can make them a different shape, which I might not make them a different shape. I might keep them the same shape. Or she says use a lip scrub, take away all the dead cells, unless you want dead cells in your lips. I don't have a problem with that. Then what you do, get a lip liner. This is a lip liner, not called a bullet, unfortunately, or anything sort of vaguely weaponry based. And then what I'm going to do with this the mirror that magnifies everything to an enormous amount, because blindness, do this. It's broken. Brilliant. That makes it more exciting because it's actually broken. And this is in real time. Yeah, it's really crap. I might use a different colour that's the wrong colour. Hey, man. Who even am I? He's got a broken lip liner and is doing a tutorial. So if I can do this and read, I'm going to quote my sources. This is from The Guardian. Australia has twice implemented policies of offshore processing, the model on which the UK's Rwanda plan is based. Now, you'll know about the Rwanda plan, which they haven't even implemented yet, is to put what they call illegal migrants, which I call people, and not necessarily illegal either, people seeking refuge, in a plane taken to Rwanda, and they haven't done it yet. So Australia has twice implemented it between 2001 and 2008, and since 2012. The most recent iteration of Australia's offshore detention regime has been plagued by scandal and has cost upwards of £5.5 billion. Thank you very much. At least 12 people have died in the camps, including being murdered by guards through medical neglect and by suicide. Psychiatrists sent to work in the camps have described the conditions as inherently toxic and akin to torture. That's what our government are trying to ape. And that's what makes me absolutely furious. And I don't feel like I can do anything about it. And that's what's even annoying. Right. I'm going to use this lipstick because it's got a really stupid thing. I showed it before. Thing. I've lined my lips. Oh, I meant to line them in a weird shape. Oh, I'll do that later. And this is me hitting lipstick on and being annoyed. As we know, it was brought up to Suella Braverman that if Mo Farah had arrived in the UK, as we know, our Olympic champion, Mo, who advertises like really nice protein or something, he would have been sent back home at the age of 18 and wouldn't have been our Olympic champion. What a fucking arsehole, you know. Fucking arsehole. Yeah, it's just so annoying. It's the invective as well, as I say, the rhetoric around it. It's so nasty. Talking about human beings. And they're essentially saying, stop human beings and seeking solace. And it's really, really nasty. There you go. So that's one lipstick thing. It looks quite weird on this camera. It's that one. I'm really annoyed about it still. If you want, you probably put a gloss on there. I've got something that's got this sort of slightly sparkly bit to it. It's in the sale. Again, it's 8 years old. Really old. Who cares? You're all going to die anyway. There you go. And there you go. Got it on my teeth. That's not really meant to happen. And that's what I'm thinking today. Stop the boats, stop the Tories, I say, and anyone else who wants to do that. Suella Braverman has always been a bit of an idiot, as we say in government parlance. But it's that these people have power that's really annoying, and we're just getting used to them being assholes, and it's really annoying. So what I really want to do after that is to say, also support striking workers. I think there's a transport strike that's to everybody who believes that this is good or believes the crap that some of the right-wing press talk about illegal migrants. I want to do that. And there you go.